The woman standing before them with a dazed, silly grin was actually Misa. Just moments earlier, the sound of camera shutters had filled the entire hospital building. Juju, a well-known figure in the cosplay circle everyone recognized, effortlessly struck various poses in front of the lens. Shinshin and Misa took on the role of photographers, snapping pictures while being completely charmed by Juju's adorable presence. After the solo photos were done, it was time for group pictures. Misa, whom Shinshin had been eagerly waiting for, was already buzzing with excitement, ready to recreate a famous scene from an anime. Misa gathered her focus, adjusted her long skirt, perfected her posture, and steadied her emotions. In that very moment, Juju felt a sudden flutter in her heart, but the good mood was short-lived. Misa inexplicably let out a strange noise, and the male lead, who had been watching from the side, sensed that something was wrong. It turned out Misa had slipped into a fit of gleeful, somewhat foolish giggles. "Could you please show a little more craftsmanship spirit?" However, Misa explained she couldn't help it. Juju was just too adorable, and she simply couldn't contain herself. Next, it was time for Misa's solo shoot. Seeing a good opportunity, Juju took the chance to thank the male lead on behalf of her younger sister. She also mentioned she would cover the remaining payment, an amount Shinshin wasn't aware of. Even though the male lead insisted it wasn't necessary, Juju firmly stated that accounts should be settled clearly. Juju felt she hadn't been a competent older sister to Shinshin. She didn't even know which characters Shinshin liked. The male lead, however, didn't see it that way. He believed it took courage to openly share one's interests and passions with others. Meanwhile, Misa, now fully in the zone, expertly handled her poses and expressions. One stunning photo after another captured her radiant beauty. Just then, a tearing sound came from Shinshin's direction, proof that every outfit has its limits. Back at home, Juju and Shinshin carefully went through the photos from the day. Looking at Misa's pictures, Juju began to see her in a new light. She had initially thought Misa was just drawn to the male lead's cosplay outfit, but now she realized it might have been more than that. When they came across Shinshin's photos, Juju fell into deep thought. Shinshin, worried her cosplay looked odd, was quickly reassured by her sister. Juju explained she had been staring enviously because her own height made it impossible for her to cosplay certain characters. Learning the truth, Shinshin was shocked. She had always believed her sister could pull off any role. Juju disagreed. She explained that she simply chose characters who resembled her. "I'd love to cosplay Kuroyama, but my height would ruin the character's image, so I absolutely won't do it. I often wish I could be a little more adaptable. If only I had a figure like yours, Shinshin, I could cosplay so many more characters." Through her sister's openness, Shinshin finally understood what the male lead had once told her. Some things remain hidden in the heart, invisible to the eye. Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses. From then on, Shinshin became even more determined in her cosplay ambitions. She vowed to work hard in high school to earn more money for future cosplays. Seeing her sister's excitement and anticipation, Juju felt overjoyed. All in all, today had been more exhausting than usual. Juju felt it was best to stick with just her and Shinshin for shoots. Group collaborations were a bit too much. Yet Shinshin insisted she had a wonderful time and truly enjoyed the group cosplay experience. Gazing at her happy, satisfied sister, and then glancing at a photo of the male lead, Juju suddenly felt her cheeks flush bright red.